be mentally next to you.
I can't be mentally in the same space. But you could be
all up in my crevices.
Whoa.
It's been a while.
It's been forever.
Did you miss us? Did you
Blame
miss
her. Blame her. Like, guys, I've been saying here all summer, but
how good does she look? You look so good.
I do. I hope it comes. I hope it comes across well.
Well, if you don't translate well on camera, that's your problem.
Well, that's your problem. But she be looking like Oni Jerome, you know. She said it.
Listen, guys, I couldn't be bothered today. So you're just gonna have to make do with my scarf.
But you're gonna have to deal with that.
So we're back with the Married at First Sight review.
And we know that we've not started, like we've missed like what? They're on episode 4 today, now.
Yeah, episode
so
4.
I think what we're gonna do today is probably just do like a smoosh mashup. You
Yeah.
haven't missed so much. It's just been the first 3 episodes was them getting married, and now we're just about to get to the juicy
nitty-gritty.
You know, when I talk about that unraveling, we're about to start unraveling basically.
Yeah. So Bao and Johnny are the Asian couple. When Bao walked down the aisle, it turned out that they actually knew each other from their college days.
How would you feel if that happened to you? Like, just for a second, just imagine it.
It'll be interesting.
Well,
It
if I did not like the
If I-
person, and because I know that some people in our college back then, it's
Imagine-
gone.
I don't even want to say the name.
No,
Yeah,
they're not gonna say the
yeah.
name, God.
It depends.
Like,
If I never liked you, like she said, and I see
Yeah.
you, that's the person they pick.
I'm going home.
I'm doing a U-turn.
I'm going home.
I'm doing a U-turn. But if I had a little something, a little crush,
Yeah, if I had a little crush on you,
Okay.
yeah, we'll work it.
Yeah.
But if I knew you in college and you were a mess, you had no ambition, I didn't like you, you smell, I'm going home.
yeah, it's gonna be hard
Yeah,
to get
absolutely.
over my impression of
Yeah.
you from the past.
Yeah.
But for me, my first impressions of them were they're very, very similar, and I feel like just coming from the same culture gives me a head start
this
already.
girl said, I wanted a Nobel Prize winner. That was the line of the season for me at this point. She said,
Yeah, so I think it was when he gave her a pre-wedding gift.
Okay.
He gave her a
Like-
sports something, like a sports
old
jersey. or
Yeah.
something. And she was like, I wanted a brilliant mind, a Nobel Prize winner. I was like, that's what you call high standards.
White people say,
That's-
oh, your
that's a
standard
new
too
one.
high, your standard is too
Yeah.
high. I'm like, guy, y'all need to ask Bao what standard is.
Yeah. So for me, they seem like the same type of people because
Yeah.
they're both intelligent. In college, they were both presidents of their union or whatever.
The buddies.
They're obviously both doing really well in their career. They both have a home.
Yeah, they do.
So
that would be interesting to see as the show goes on because they seem
said
both
that
set in
together,
their ways and they like their homes is put together in a way where they both love it.
I
so
think
much.
you mentioned something that will be interesting to see who moves into whose home.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait.
I
to
think
see.
that might be a bone of contention for these couples.
For sure.
Because like she said, they're both already well put together in terms of like their career stability. And usually in this type of marriages, it's the one that doesn't really have much that moves into
Eric and Virginia.
oh God. You know what? I don't even want to talk about last
Guys,
season.
last
Throw
season
it all away.
we were not here. You can, if you watch your last season, forgive us for what we
everything
did.
that I said towards the end about my impression of a certain couple. Yeah, disregard. Like I'm so okay. Let's not even digress.
Let's not
But,
digress.
Yeah. So that's Bao and Johnny. Anything else on them?
She's very meticulous in the way she approaches life. Like
Spreadsheets,
it
Excel.
was so I found it very intriguing as well. Where we've never had someone on the show tell the what do we call them?
The experts.
Do not match. She listed her exes and she gave them the names of her exes and she said, "Don't match me with them people." Like she seems like she's thought about it.
She's
like
a type A personality.
Yeah, she's thought about it, and apparently for everything that she does, she uses like a spreadsheet or something.
Yeah.
To
So in this episode
make
4, what
decisions.
was even interesting is when they got the letter or the package for where they're going on honeymoon, and they're packing for their vacation. She was like, "I need my Excel."
I didn't understand.
I was like, the time, babe, the time that you would put into making an Excel spreadsheet, you could have been done packing by now. But he seems to love it. He said that.
I don't know if he seems to love it. I think at this stage,
it's still quirky.
Yeah, it's still like, because I can see how that would annoy me a week from.
He said that, he made a statement, he said that she's me on steroids.
And I'm not on steroids, so how are we gonna relate?
But I can see how that will, the novelty will wear off, and that will become very annoying very soon, because you can't, there's no spontaneity.
No,
I can't say, Bao, let's do this. No. You're gonna be like, no, I need to get my tablet, I need to do Excel.
Yeah, that's gonna get old pretty quick for sure.
Okay, that's Bao and Johnny. Merla and Gil. So with Merla and Gil, she's accustomed to the finer things in life.
And Grill,
he makes
Gil is your regular schmergler firefighter, you know? Bruh just wants to
just
make
an honest wage. So this is where I have a problem with the experts, because she said that she obviously wants somebody in the same,
someone that was bold. Like
yeah, she said she wants someone in the same financial bracket as her, obviously, or someone that's even better off.
Right.
She said she's not. She specifically said she doesn't want anybody bold. So I feel like the experts are like,
so funny when she said I want someone that is on my financial level. Man, they probably think that ain't gonna be in this team. We can't find that. You're gonna have to change it.
Okay, even that. But the fact that somebody said I don't want anybody bold,
for sure. I
feel like the experts were like, well, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. And you're just gonna have to deal with it. I feel like there's some, okay, I know that sometimes they try to do this whole opposite attract, but I feel like there's just some
opposite, just leave them, leave the opposite alone. Let the opposite be, man.
Because you're setting up these people for failure.
Right, for sure.
She's also not an animal person. She doesn't like dogs. Not that she doesn't like dogs, but yeah, she said they shed hair. She's not. Yeah, and he's an animal lover.
Yeah,
so just all those little nuances is like you're already.
And especially when you already have one nuance, don't like. I feel like they've got with this particular.
They've got
couple,
too much.
I would be surprised if they made it.
Yeah,
there's just so much things that I promise you. So for Merla and Gil, sorry guys, they both lost their dad, and I felt like the expert heard that and they were like, yep, two people that lost their dad. Grieve.
Not just lost their dad, both of their dads were murdered.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a right pairing, because obviously they will understand both each other's situation. But I feel
like that's all they used to pair them though.
I don't even think that's right, because you're a trigger for me, I'm a trigger for you.
Yeah.
So who's consoling who?
Yeah.
I feel like that was
this couple. I just don't know, and we're already saying it. Like they went in this particular episode when they got to the hotel space that they got there for the honeymoon. Made this girl, our nose were all up in her brain. Like she turned that all the way up. She was just like, she knew she didn't like it, but he was happy to be there. It was like, yeah, this was nice, this was good. And
she's obviously stayed in finer places.
Yeah, she
called it, this is not my ideal honeymoon vacation. She said it's a senior citizen resort.
Man,
senior citizen.
I promise you, the resort people will not want to be credited in that episode.
But what's even strange is all the other couples are like, oh my god, this place is beautiful. Love it. She was like,
you would not think it was the same place that we're in.
She was like, my pool is way bigger than that.
Yeah.
What I also found interesting, that's why I wanted to even ask. After the morning of the wedding, we've got to say that episode 4 was about meeting each other's family.
Oh yeah.
And getting to know more about their spouse.
Yeah.
And then also we got a bit of insight into their honeymoon. When Gil met up with her male friends and brother, I think it was her brother that made the same statement that said, because when Gil was basically expressing that her lifestyle bothers him. Not that it bothers him, but he just feels like he can't match, what she's used to. And the brother made a statement that he said something along the lines that he does her account, so he knows that she can afford things. But then he said that Mela's not the type of person that needs a man. Like, she won't need you for anything. If she wants something, she can afford it herself. She just wants a man because she wants a man. And I feel like and that's going to be a bone of contention. If you go into a marriage saying, I don't need you.
So why are we here then?
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Because I feel like in a marriage, there has to be a form of dependency.
Yeah.
That's because any little thing now, I don't need you.
I don't need you.
I got my own body.
Yeah.
I got my own car. I don't need you.
I think one thing is, one thing that I'm beginning to realize is that men like to feel needed. It's one of the things they enjoy. They like to feel needed. That attitude is not going to work in a marriage. It's definitely not going to work in a marriage.
Yeah.
And for someone that is a firefighter is a job where you feel like I'm helping people.
Yeah.
It's a job where you actually feel needed. And for you now to get home and you don't also get that. So you're probably accustomed to that feeling. You know, that feeling. And then you want to
I think
honestly, with this couple, I would not, like, normally I don't predict this early, but I feel like the red flags are just in our faces. And I think they're gonna be another Ailey and
Haley and Jake.
I think he's gonna be combative, with her, and that's just gonna make her withdraw more and more and more and more. So,
and apart from that, I agree with you. I don't see them working.
No,
just their lifestyle and the fact that she's not willing to compromise on anything. I also feel like she makes offhanded comments.
Yeah,
she's somebody that
she makes some sneaky snide.
And that no matter how beautiful you are physically, when the things coming out of your mouth ain't pleasing, it just repels somebody.
Ugly. I'm not someone like that.
I think intimacy is going to be an issue with this couple. I think finance is going to be an issue. I just think values, everything is going to be an issue with this couple.
These people are not. This is a wrong match. I think we can see. I'm sorry.
And it's so sad because he looks like he's definitely
He really is ready. They could have found him just like regular schmegular.
Y'all couldn't find a nurse. Y'all couldn't find a waitress.
They give him Paige.
Do you understand? Yeah.
Give him Paige.
Like
can you see him and Paige?
Yeah. Like I don't understand why the experts thought Mela is a good match for him. No. She really isn't. That's what I have to say for them.
So let's move to Brett and Redhead.
Brett's. So these two are confusing.
I said Brett and Redhead. Brett is the Redhead.
So they both. She has a masculine name.
Yeah, I forget.
I would have thought that she was Ryan, but she's actually Brett. Yeah. So the female is Brett and the man is Ryan. So remember that, guys.
Yeah, this couple confuses me, guys. Like this lot. It don't make no sense.
Right off the bat, when we're getting introduced to this couple, like, you know, who's going to be paired with who, Ryan was described as like a reformed serial dater, or is a serial dater. So for me, if you're a serial dater, I also have your ways with a lady because you're charismatic, you've got an outgoing personality, you're a ladies' man, you're Mr. Smooth. Because for you to be a serial dater, you have all these elements that's constantly attracting. So already that's the impression I had.
Now that you said that, I'm just trying to think, like, how was he getting them?
Because he made a statement that he's dated women in small towns that he can't even go back to, like...
Oh, probably why.
Right.
But then when we saw a snippet next week where he said, I have a light sexual... I think it's probably just that bullshit.
It's just
like, I have sexual appetite for you.
Yeah. And then Brett, I can't remember her, she's forgettable. Apart from the fact that she has red hair.
But the funniest thing happened this episode for me, guys. Like, this is why I remember this couple. Was when they met with the parent the night after the wedding.
Okay, yeah.
So when they met with the parent, like, for this couple, you already know the issue because at the wedding, she kept asking her friends, like, am I his type? And they were like,
I think he's into blondes.
Yeah, or something, but he's not into red hair, definitely.
Yeah.
And her friends are trying to convince him that she's not a natural redhead. She comes across as out there girl, just doing her own thing and things like that. So the next morning, but when you look at this guy from this, as Alero mentioned, like they say that he's this guy that gets women and all those good stuff. I don't get it because when you look at him, it looks like another Henry. it looks like the most introverted person that you will ever meet.
Don't make no
like
sense.
when he's talking, he don't make no sense. When he's talking to her, it's really sometimes it doesn't feel like he's making eye contact, right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's
and like you said, he has one expression.
He has one expression for everything. Like there was a point where she said he looks sad. Like but I don't think that was the expression he meant to be given.
It's just
and it was not given what he thought was given. But the funny thing was that. So I think, and this is what we talk about in terms of like these couples are truly matured. She's already asking all the right questions, and she already notices that something be off with this. Because when she met with the family, she was like, "Why do you guys think they put us together?" And the family were like, "Oh, so we think they put you together because it needs someone to pull him out of the shell." The girl looked like this. I said,
"Ma'am."
She said, I don't do that.
I don't do that. I love that.
She's like, I don't do that. I've never had to do that before.
I love
guys,
it.
I laughed my head off. You know what? Like, you guys need to watch it because she was talking to the family.
And then you know the edit. Now to this awkward silence. Everybody's looking. Everybody's looking at
because they were like, oh, we think they put you together to pull him out of the shell. But sis was like, I don't do that. That ain't my job. I never have to do it before. Why? That's not the task I'm here for. Thank you.
And I appreciate that because already this marriage is already going to be hard enough because I'm still trying to get to know you. You're a stranger.
Right.
Now I have to take on the responsibility that I now have to get like. Family, you guys have already noticed this about him. If it was an issue, y'all should have been pulling him out of his shell years ago. Why are you leaving the job to his wife to do? Like, it don't make no sense. Yeah, like,
yeah.
I think she ultimately, for it to work, she ultimately has to accept him for who he is.
I don't know. I think this couple, I think it might be funny. They might become like the interesting couple. Not necessarily in a good way, guys. Let me not get your hopes up. I don't think they'll make it. I'm not getting that vibe because they look like two different people. Or he's just, maybe he's camera shy. I don't know. Something for me, as you said, they're forgettable. They're not translating well in front of the camera for me.
Yeah.
But one thing he said next week was they were having like they were on a massage table and he was just looking at it and he said, I'm a very sexually active person. Like very random place. She was telling this in some place.
They're getting a massage. This is like a private conversation. You know, there's about 3 or 4 masseuses. You know, and then you're the talk, and he's now saying, you know,
he
basically
must
have sex.
Yeah, maybe it was the masseuse though. Maybe they're touching him too much. And it was that. It was getting. That goes fast. Yeah, so that was weird. But with this couple, I don't actually have much.
I again. Their personalities doesn't match. He seems like a country boy because I think in the wedding his friends were talking about he's raised in a ranch. They do shooting, they do hunting. And she was mortified. She was like, I don't kill. Like I'm not into killing. Like she looked absolutely mortified.
She did.
So,
yeah, guys.
I don't have any.
Guys, I don't know.
So the next couple is Jose and Rachel. I think they're both Latina.
Yes, I think they are.
I call him beard guy because his face is a beard. Like his whole face is covered in beard.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, first impressions when we are introduced to Jose, he's somebody who works for NASA.
Yeah.
He's paid off his student loans.
He has a couple of houses.
I think it's paid off, all his properties. He's making good income. So all now that he needs is a wife, right?
Yeah.
I think you mention your point about...
Oh, okay. But so I feel like it's someone that he prides himself on all the achievement and the accolades he has. In the conversations during the wedding and everything, he keeps talking about that. And what worries me about this couple is that she's actually also well-to-do. She has achievements. She's a master's. I think she already has a home too and things like that.
She might still have a couple of student loans here and there.
Yeah, but she's good. But what truly worries me about this particular couple and him in this situation is I feel like I really want to pronounce his name.
Jose. Yeah.
Yeah. He already has everything and it's like, I've done everything. Now I need a wife to
fits into.
He just wants to dump somebody in the story he's creating.
He wants a puppet.
And I think that's ultimately the storyline they're trying to build for this couple. But she cannot be that person because she's also worked out. She has masters, and you know, her family was reading off the things that she has to him, and they were telling him that, oh, she's someone that she's gone out to achieve things, that she doesn't feel the need to keep her house extra tidy or anything like that.
She's not dirty. She's not. Sometimes you have organized mess.
Right.
Like you're messy. There's something like she's dirty and messy.
Yeah, I think she was just like an organized mess kind of person. Like she's someone that she would not spend the time like cooking and doing things like that. Whereas I think that might be what he's looking for. Because he feels like
he's falling. But go on. I'm just gonna check.
I think we can make it. What do you think?
Oh no, it's fine. It's still there.
It's still there. We're still
literally hanging on by the grace of God.
So my worry is that I feel like it's like, okay, I just need someone to come into the story, manage this with me. I keep on bringing home the bacon, but I think she still want to be that career woman just because she's put so much years and all the sweat and blood into her own achievement as well. Whereas he's like, but I work for NASA.
To be honest, that's the kind of person Bao wanted. Right. That's the closest you're gonna get to a Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Yeah. So
everything stamped on everything you said.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a bone of contention for this couple.
For sure.
But then,
and the reason why I know that this is gonna be a bone of contention, and this brother wants to control everything, was that he asked her. One day at the honeymoon, they were brushing their teeth.
Getting ready for the bed.
And brother asked, he said, can I brush your teeth? Uncle, what's up? What's going on? Making it sense. Like, why do you need to brush my teeth for me?
Okay, I have two thoughts.
Disgusting. More disgusting. And when you brush it and my mouth is full, do you prompt me as well to stay out? Like, make it make sense.
That was freakishly weird for me. I don't know whether that was a joke. Well, he said he was joking, but I always say every joke has an element of truth in it. I don't know whether
that was weird. That's a period.
She in the confessional, she was like,
even she was like,
I don't get down like that.
Yeah, so he seems like someone that wants to
He's a control freak.
Yeah, everything you do.
Final couple, Zachary, aka Zachary, and Michaela.
Michaela is this larger than life personality, you know, just this gorgeous black,
beautiful full lips, beautiful thick hair.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Zach is a renaissance.
He defines himself as a renaissance man.
Modern
man.
Modern man. I have to Google that word. I will not lie to y'all. I still don't have an handle of what it means. So I'll figure that one out.
Yeah, I think it's, let me know even.
But it sounds like you're playing with toy. That's what the word meant though. Like we try to look for it. It sounded like it's like that. It's very creative.
Yeah, creative art.
That's a weird way to describe yourself. Like I would never say, oh, I can play with Play-Doh. People know I can play with Play-Doh.
My first impression of him was, immediately I was like, okay.
May, guys, in the first episode, he cried like 3 times.
So I was like, okay, he's somebody that really, really wants marriage, you know, he's got the stable family, you know, his values are there. But just to get to the altar, my man cried about 5 times.
And guys, we are not saying that, crying is like...
No.
But I didn't know why he was crying though. I mean,
the first couple of times I was like, I love this sensitive.
Yeah.
You're in touch with your emotions. You know, you're not all about toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
But baby, it was like every scene.
Let me tell you, he was walking to the altar and
it wasn't just like crying like a tear.
Nah, it wasn't like those like.
It was a fountain of.
Sorry. Yeah, a little stop. You can't. So guys, like, and then they'll say you ladies will cry for sensitive man. Move. I'm not gonna tell on this boat.
Oh my god.
Like, a sensitive guy is good. Don't get us wrong, right? But this Zach why were you crying? Can you just comment? Like, you can.
This is.
Like,
it makes me wonder. This is for a stranger, right? What if this has been like a woman you had been dating for like 3 years?
Would you still be crying? And immediately, I like that made us worry because it was like, this guy's gonna need a strong woman.
Yeah,
he's gonna need someone that understands that. A lot of ladies don't like to cry. Don't know how to say this thing. How do I make
you making me cry?
How do I make it? Like ladies and women, y'all are hard, man. Like women like sensitive men, right? But then you can't be crying though all the time. Like I don't know how to make it make sense. But I'm just saying that it's okay to cry, it's okay to show emotions. And I felt like at some point I didn't know why he was crying any longer.
That's the
like
for me there was one
issue.
scene, I think his mom was hugging him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna
But then
cry.
now that scene makes a lot of sense because his mom just thinking, oh Lord, nobody knows what I go through. Like, we're gonna do this job right. And she's just worried that knowing the personality that he has, I think she's just worried that who can really understand him the way she does. And that's her son. She understands him, right? Yeah. And so for us, immediately when we saw that, we were like, oh, he's gonna need someone that is totally very understanding,
tolerant,
patient.
Yeah.
You can't be triggered easily because
you can
make him cry. If you're shouting too much or you're doing things too much, you can make him cry. Yeah. You just,
but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's
like,
not.
you have to be patient with him.
Yeah. And I feel like it's someone that you need to be careful that you're not emotionally abusive because he seems very, very sensitive.
Very, very
so
sensitive.
he's someone that you say something to and it will go back and probably marinate in it and it's gonna cry in private or something.
I'm just waiting for him to be like, dear diary, today Michaela said she doesn't like my chocolate spread. I'm all in my feelings about this time. We gon' get shut down.
You're gonna get us.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I am so done with you, child.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a dear diary. Also, when Michaela met up with the morning after the wedding, when she met up with the family, they revealed that he's a mama's boy. Like all the sons are mama's boy. So that's another. I now see another insight into his sensitivity. Michaela is giving me, like, you know when they do preview like trailer into the combustion, the car crash that's about to happen. That's what she was giving me. So the dad asked, Zachary's dad asked her a question that, how do you resolve conflict? And she went into this was explanation.
Like, oh, I am not about being abusive. And I was like, you're about being abusive, okay? What next? I'm not about being shouting. You're into shouting. What next? I knew, because the thing is that whatever we immediately gravitate towards,
that's what we are.
That's exactly what we are.
I think she said that, you know, the example that her parents gave her wasn't necessarily the best.
Yeah.
So when she started talking about abusive, name calling, throwing things, I said,
I was like, oh.
We're gonna
get it.
We're gonna get it.
This is
and then when they showed us the preview of what's gonna happen in the season,
it look good. And it's gonna start from like next week.
What? So next week, it's gonna start from next week, but for them it's like the next day of the honeymoon, and they're already breaking down. They've consummated their marriage. Like, yeah,
I need people to stop doing that, and I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that, oh, sex is, you need to withhold it because you're married. But I really need people to stop going on the show and just having sex. I really need to stop. And I'm saying it because I feel like we humans, maybe we're attracted to somebody.
It clouds our judgment.
It clouds our judgment. But if you really want a marriage, you need to focus on really getting to know the person. You really, like, you gotta know this person. And I feel like sex, as much as people are like, oh, but we're not all the same. Guys, let's not lie to each other. 95%, 98% of people, it clouds their judgment. They do not make the right decisions, and maybe they go through that sex phase, they forget to stop building during that period, then everything just disintegrate. And this is a commonality that we've seen on this show.
Yeah.
So people need to even, in real life, we need to even stop deceiving ourselves that it doesn't. When we saw it with, like we can mention
We've seen it.
He consummated now, and he said he would die a sexually happy man. But then in the next scene, Bra was saying, I need mental space.
I cannot be mentally next to you.
I can't be mentally in the same space. But you could be
all up in my crevices. Oh, Virginia, I miss you.
Virginia was classic, man. You can tell her nothing, and that's on period.
And then I think he's worried that because when they got to the hotel room, he was feeling sick and he was worried that he might have COVID.
And then it was isolating from her, but you had sex with her like 5 hours.
All up in her crevices. And now you wanna
crevices.
And now you wanna isolate
from her. It's not adding up. So the next scene, they already look like they're beginning to disintegrate.
Alright guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Guys, join the family. Come. Let's make this party. Subscribe. Please share with your friends. We're not gonna share our goals right now, but we got goals. We're just not on here, but we got goals. But thank you so much for joining us, and let's get ready for the season. So we'll catch you same time, same location, same fun next week. Thanks guys.
Bye.